Back inside a big dome in this matchup between two teams who are undoubtedly hungry for victories in the Philippine Cup. Barako Bull ahead over Kia Sorrento 46-39. Barako Bull still winless. Kia with only one win so far. Magandang hapon po, Migo Alili with Eric Reyes. Eric and I will look back at the first half and, as expected, closely fought game. Neither team really dominating in such merciless fashion, Eric.
Well, wala pa. We don't really see that trend yet happening in the first half alone. In the first quarter, nagkakaroon lang ng sagutan. Both teams would have their shades of brilliance and do some nice stuff on the floor.
Kia Sorrento, they scored in transition in the opening quarter. Barako Bull, on the other hand, led by as many as 9 points in that opening quarter. But the nice thing about Kia Sorrento, they never allowed Barako Bull to completely pull away.
Well, nagkakaroon ng problema kasi ang Barako with their defense. They're last in the league in defense, and that's something that Kia has been doing. They just keep on penetrating and keep on going inside. And that's something na nakukuha ng maganda ng Kia. That's why they're keeping the game really close and giving them a shot in end game.
Well, how did Kia keep in step? Well, Real Cervantes would score from the outside. LA Revilla would score on his defenders. I mean, LA had a couple of highlight plays, several highlight plays in that first half.
Well, he's the reason why, giving Kia a fighting chance to be able to get back in this game. And with his moves right here, he's eluding two guys, and two big guys at that. And because of great moves, Kia will make this game really close.
Checking some pertinent numbers here.
Well, offensive rebounds, I was really surprised with this, Miko, because mas marami pa yung nakuha ng Kia Sorrento. Pero yung second chance points, dun nga nakakabawi ang Kia. So for Barako, you just have to keep on getting that rebound, not really giving Kia a second chance.
And leading scorers for Barako Bull, Jake Pascual. Had a great start to this game, already with 16 points. On the other hand, Real Cervantes leading the Sorrento with 13 points.
Those guys would have to really be marked here in the second half, and other players would have to fill in, most especially pag nadepensa ng ay two leading scorers ng first half.
Welcome to the third period, and Barako Bull will start the second half with John Dan Salvador, Denok Miranda, Jake Pascual, R.R. Garcia, and J.C. Intal. And John Dan Salvador was caught dancing to the wrong song. I have a suspicion si John Dan nagbe-bench press siya 24 hours a day. Because every year, when I see him, parang pasikip yung uniform niya.
Palapad na palapad.
Palapad siya ng palapad.
Well, that's something that Jordan has really been known for. That's why he's one of those guys who can really defend well underneath. Pero yun nga lang, sometimes sa sobrang bigat na rin ng buhat, you become stiff. So you really basically have to work on agility. In that last play between Jordan and Rich Alvarez, nangyari. Naatrasan niya na si Rich, pero hindi siya basta-basta makapihit ng mabilis and to be able to take a shot.
Cervantes makes the first. Pero naintindihan ko yung point of view ni Jondan because he's an undersized 5. He's
Correct.
an undersized center. So, palagay ko, pananaw niya, to keep his living, he has to bulk up because ang trabaho niya is to guard the other centers of the league. Okay, let's find out what happened during the halftime break for both teams. Let's go to Sel.
Flat ang depensa ng Kia at yun daw ang tututukan nila dito sa second half. At ang Barako Bull naman, nakabuo na ng momentum kaya kailangan lang daw nila ng killer instinct para tapusin ang larong ito at magtutulungan daw dapat sila sa shaded area habang wala pang inside presence talaga ang Barako. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Sel. Meantime, LA Revilla continues to play well today.
Grabe yung nakikita natin. Two players doing very well. LA and Jake Pascual on the other hand for Barako. So right there, nawala. Itong si LA Revilla with a nice move there by RR.
So, bola pa rin ng Barako Bull. Here's R.R. Garcia. We are in the early moments of the third quarter. And Jake Pascual falls away and comes up short. There's J.R. Buetsuceso again. He likes hanging around under the basket even if he's a guard.
Well, hindi siya natatakot because he is very athletic. You'd be surprised that he can really jump up and get those rebounds. Tapos pag hindi naman niya nakuha, pag nakuha ng Barako, he's just going to pick it from below.
Second personal against Rich Alvarez. Enoch against Buen Suceso. You know, if I were a team manager, I would put Buen Suceso and Eximiniano in one team. Nako. So, I want to give you guys a hard time.
Yun yung pesky talaga.
Eximiniano.
Actually, hindi na pesky, peste.
Oh,
Kasi sobrang kukulit. You know, you
Oh.
see what JR is doing in this ballgame, getting those rebounds. Ganon din si Ping Eximiniano. He would always all-out pressure from the backcourt.
So, you know, mahirap para sa kanila dahil magaling bumantay. Mahirap pa sabihin yung pangalan ng sabay. Eximiniano and Buen Suceso. Haba. Here's L.A. Revilla. And speaking of Buen Suceso, he's called for his fourth personal foul. Remember back in the day, people actually thought that Ginebra had a rule that they could only get players with last names na 3 syllables. Para madaling i-chant, di ba? Loy,
Ayan.
Saga, Chavors.
Ayan.
Kaya nung kinuha si Dondon Amplay, nagkagulo eh. Hindi malaman ng mga fans. Paano ba natin sabihin pangalan ni Dondon?
Pahaba ng pahaba.
Palayo. Of course, Dondon, one of the best inside operators.
Ano si Greg Zila? Greg Zila. Hindi na slaughter.
Hindi na slaughter.
Kasi
Big
dalawa
Zila na lang. Dehesa. Buen Suceso. Shot clock reads 11. Meantime, here's L.A. Revilla, one of the top performers for Kia. He runs into Jake Pascual. Shot clock down to 2. Cervantes off the glass. No go. Missed by Denok Miranda. He lost his balance, actually.
Nanggigigil ang Barako eh. They want to take advantage of those little guys on the floor, muscle them underneath. Pero yung may depensa na ginagawa ang Kia, that's why hindi rin basta-basta makakuha ng advantage ang Barako in this ballgame.
2 free throws, Jericho Suceso.
But free throw there by Buen Suceso. Kita mo yung backcourt talaga dito ng Kia Sorrento. They're actually, if you look at the matchup between the backcourt of Barako, layo ng diferensya kagad in terms of size.
Eight and a half remaining in the third period. Lanete loses the ball, and Drake Pascual snatches the ball away from L.A. Revilla, or rather from J.R. Buen Suceso. And Buen Suceso is in disbelief because he thought Pascual was about to tear his arm off.
Well, yun nga yung disadvantage talaga. They'll really get hammered out there. And of course, JR is complaining to the refs na bakit nga walang foul. He got hit in the head.
This first free throw for Jake Pascual. Let's go back to Sil.
Ito si Chico Lanete, he underwent a PRP. Isa daw itong procedure kung saan kukuha ng dugo sa ibang parte ng katawan at i-inject sa injured area. At bagamat kahapon lang nakapag-ensayo si Chico Lanete with Barako Bulls, sinigurado naman niyang nasa timing siya at nakapagpahinga para mag-all-out sa larong ito. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Sil.
Yun yung procedure. Kinuha sa ibang part yung dugo. In-inject sa ibang part. That's, I think, a good chance for hair growth.
Alam mo yung sayo? Prayers na lang, prayers. Tulungan pa kita. Meantime, it's Elimination. Over to Rich Alvarez. Basta huwag ka mawawala ng pag-asa, Eric. Alam mo
I'm
naman lahat
always trying,
alam mo naman lahat kami.
science is evolving.
Yeah, lahat ko
Diba?
pinagdadasal ka namin.
Makakanta
Punta mo
rin.
yung doktor ni Kobe Bryant sa Germany. Baka matulungan ka. Sa ating pedilya. Basta na-present tayo lang, Eric. Huwag ka mawawala ng pag-asa dyan sa hairlos mo. Meantime, here's Jordan Salvador. Shot clock down to 9. John Dan, kick out. Here's Jake Pascual. Jake, tight pass for JC Intal. And then Alvin Padilla pushed JC.
Right now, you know, yung offense ng Barako is becoming actually predictable. Nakikita nila that they're going to Jake Pascual with, you know, a little movement. But you look at the spacing, it's kind of tight. Swerte pa nga sila in that last play that they were able to connect with that pass, but the spacing is not so good.
Look who's watching the game. Alaska head coach Alex Compton of the undefeated Alaska Aces. Sabi niya sila Topex Robinson. No? Talagang at si Assistant Coach Louis Alas. And they're pretending they can't hear me when I say that they're undefeated Alaska Aces. See, they're pretending they're not listening.
Nakaisip, malalim yung iniisip no? Pareho sila ni Coach Topex na
if I were them, I won't even go to the games.
No, it's just
May merienda lang, undefeated. May merienda, halo-halo na lang
Pwede
tayo.
naman sa TV, di ba? Pwede naman i-tape.
But that's
hard work
that's
for you.
incredible
That's the reason
dedication.
why they're on
See,
top.
they're still pretending they can't hear me. No, but in all seriousness, you know what they say, leadership by example. Coach Alex, he will never, make something that something more than what it is. Yes, they're undefeated, but he'll be the first person who will tell you that they're just busy fine-tuning everything that needs to be fine-tuned, tweaking everything that needs to be tweaked, and they're not at all in that sort of position of comfort or complacency.
That's the exact word. You don't want to be complacent at this point because any moment that you lose track of your focus, that's going to be a problem.
Meantime, Penisi will miss, and Hans Tiele with the rebound. Score is 54-47 in favor of Barako Bull. As we're near the halfway mark, excellent block by Dave Marcelo there. Halfway mark of the third quarter.
That's something Kyle would really have to learn. He's going to be a good potential for Kia. He just needs to create more space to be able to finish the shot.
We'll take this timeout. Barako Bull still ahead here in the third period.